It was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather.
Go.
First carry for Devontae Booker, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here you go, boy. Hey, Roger.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go. Four down. Mary left. Roger.
Booker on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try the air now with Keenum. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Roger. Hey, go, Roger. Jam. 22. Roger.
And they'll bootleg it here with Keenum. And he's got Hireman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 23.
No, Roger. Hey, orange.
They go play action here on first down. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 74 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Hey, go Roger. Hey, orange.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, opens Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. And
he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Let's go, let's go. All right, 53. Hey.
On play action, it's Keenum. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks him. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Hey, switching gears for a second, halfway through the preseason, any big takeaways that you've seen so far, Charles?
Just a few come to mind. Number one, the roster of 90 that stays that way throughout preseason, I think is a boon for every team because you can practice a little bit better, get a few more things done because you have more bodies, and those guys get to get on tape for 4 preseason games. So I think that's really good. The other part is normal execution, struggle a little bit. Early in the season, guys trying to get it back together. And last but not least, the practice of coming together with another team, 2 joint practices before a preseason game, becoming more and more widespread, and you're getting a lot of really good competition and practice with the best versus the best from each team.
Move it up, fellas.
Throwing up first is Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we progressed through the preseason, so let's prognosticate about the regular season. NFC.
Can we overanalyze?
Yeah, I want to overanalyze, too. NFC, the 4 divisions, who do you have winning them?
Let's start in the East. The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, got better in the offseason. I think they win their division again, although Dallas will make a strong run at them.
Okay. And the South, you were saying you like Atlanta.
Yeah, I do like Atlanta to get back to the top. Tough division. 3 teams in the playoffs last year. Atlanta, New Orleans, which won the division, and Carolina.
Going west, who do you have out there?
The Rams. They took over for the Seahawks last year. I expect them to stay on the top of the heap. But let's face it, a lot of excitement in San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo.
In the North, can Green Bay overtake Minnesota?
They can, but I don't think that they will. I think the Vikings defense carries them home. Kirk Cousins, their new quarterback. The Packers will challenge in a big way, but keep an eye on Detroit as well.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And able to find Garcon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Garcon with his first grab, good enough for a first down. On first down, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Von Miller in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We're good.
A second down carry for Booker. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here you go, boys. Hey, go, Roger. 22. Very loud. 22.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Hey, yo, let's go. On 53. Hey, go, Roger. Jam.
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. And now they'll throw with Keenum. Throwing right side, that's complete to Demaryius Thomas. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Keenum now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Keenum now on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On second down, here's Keenum. Out of the backfield, this is Devontae Booker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, CD, regular season inching closer. You know, looking at the ledger of the games, we'll just stick with the NFC right now, but it starts with a bang. Atlanta at Philly on the 6th.
How about the last 2 teams to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl head-to-head to start?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up
to make it pass.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's brought down after a good game.
11.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
53. Hey, go, Roger. 22. 22.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Now he's flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Here's Keenum. He sets to fire deep. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Far left side, caught by Goodwin. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
21.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A good pickup there at 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
11. 13.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Yeah, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. To throw is Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Hey, go, Roger. Down. Yeah, we're good.
On play action, it's Keenum. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
11.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how they...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Von Miller. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
13, 20, 6.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gold is able to put it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start out on the ground with Booker. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. No, not running. Keenum wants to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeForest Buckner in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back to throw. Keenum got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Roger.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. On is the punter King to send it away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done.